whites cut out. They flee to the suburbs. And the community that you thought you were integrating soon becomes another all-black slum, another all-black ghetto.
It might have been whipped up by militant, anti-white black Muslims. It might have been poverty.
That we should control the politics and the politicians in the community where we live. We should control the businesses and create employment opportunities for ourselves. And the social philosophy of black nationalism only means that we should do something to uplift the standard and the level of our own society and put it on par with others.
We want black power.
How can you tell black people to be nonviolently and at the same time condone the sending of white killers into the black communities? It's something wrong. We are going to control our communities by any means necessary.
Good evening, I'm Reagan Kulka, and today we have two very important guests on the show. During the 1960s and 70s, there was a political party who called themselves the Black Panthers. Today we have the opportunity to talk with Huey P. Newton and Bobby Sale, the founders of the Black Panthers. Before we get started with the Black Power movement, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
I was born on February 17, 1942 in Monroe, Louisiana. I'm the youngest of 7 siblings. My family moved to Oakland, California when I was a toddler. I was close to my family, but I had a difficult time early in life, which resulted in highly erratic behavior at school and on the streets. As a teen, I had a hard time staying out of trouble. I was suspended multiple times and had many run-ins with the law. However, I started to take education seriously when my older brother earned a master's in social work. I graduated high school in 1959, but I was still considered illiterate. I had to teach myself.
What about you, Bobby? What was life like growing up?
I was born on October 22nd, 1936 in Dallas, Texas. I'm the oldest of 3 kids. I grew up entrenched in poverty with an abusive father. We took our struggles with us when we moved across the country to California. I attended Berkeley High School. I started getting involved in politics during my high school years. I joined the U.S. Air Force in 1955, but was discharged in 1959 following an altercation with my superior officer.
You both had very different upbringings, so how did you meet and become such good friends?
I met Huey in September 1962 at a rally protesting the Kennedy administration's blockade of Cuba.
I think we hit it off so well because we both had similar ideas of what we wanted and how we wanted to achieve our goals.
And what exactly were your goals?
Equality in education, housing, employment, and civil rights. We had a 10-point plan to get us there.
What were the 10 points?
Freedom, the power to determine the destiny of the black and oppressed communities.
Full employment gives every person employment or guaranteed income.
Anti-robbery of black communities, the overdue debt of 40 acres and 2 mules as promised to ex-slaves during the Reconstruction period following the emancipation of slavery.
Decent housing fit for the shelter of human beings. The land should be made into cooperatives so that people can build.
Education for the people, that teaches the true history of blacks and their role in present-day society.
Free healthcare, health facilities which will develop preventative medical programs.
End to police brutality and murder of black people and other people of color and oppressed people.
End of all wars of aggression. The various conflicts which exist stem directly from the United States ruling circle.
Freedom for all political prisoners. Trials by juries that represent our peers.
Land, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, peace, and community control of modern industry.
Looking back, do you believe that your 10-point plan was successful?
Some points were, we were not successful in getting our people out of jail or excused from the military, but we believe that because our efforts, that the black community eventually was successful in gaining equal rights.
I think that our violent approach had an impact as well. If we had peacefully protested, I think that would not have been as successful.
The Black Power movement was made up of more than just the Black Panthers. There were many other groups all protesting for a common goal: equality. Some leaders, such as Malcolm X and the Black Panthers, believed a violent approach would get the job done most effectively. Others, like Dr. King, went with a nonviolent approach. No matter which approach, violent or nonviolent, you believe is correct, it is important to know the significance of this movement. When looking back to the 60s and 70s, America was unfortunately stuck in a time of segregation. Even with laws being passed to integrate schools and other public places, African Americans were still not treated equally. Fast forward 50 years and African Americans legally have equal rights. In 2008, America made history with electing the first ever black president. The Black Power movement wanted to get African Americans in positions of power, and with the election of Barack Obama, it is clear that all of the protesting has paid off.